Hey, this is Tony from the Square Genius, and in this video I'm going to be giving you 7 easy SEO tips to help you boost your rankings on your Squarespace website. Let's dive in. Step 1 is research keywords. Now, for each page on your website you're going to need a different ranking keyword. You don't want to rank for the same keyword on multiple pages. You can, but if you can do it in a clever way where you simply use a slightly different take on that particular keyword, then that would be the best practice. So to do this, you can use something like Google Trends, which is free, which helps you research certain keywords in a specific country. Or you can use another program. One that I really like is Keywords Everywhere. It does cost, but it's only a small fee and it's not too expensive, and this really does drill into the analytics and performance of certain keywords. So now you've got your keywords sorted for each page and you know what you want your page to rank for. So what's next? Step 2. This covers headings and subheadings, and these are really important to boost your rankings and to optimize for your keyword. So here's a demo site that I'm going to show you. I'm just going to take you through some of the headings and what you need to change in order to increase your rankings using headings and subheadings. Okay, so this is an example template site that I've got. So we need to make sure that we add our keyword into our H1 heading to start with. So your H1 would be here, like so. And this particular keyword, let's say we want it to be ceramic sculptor. Ceramic sculptor artist. Okay, so this is the keyword I want to rank for. So that's my heading 1. Make sure it's your first heading and it appears at the top of the page. Now we also want to add this into another heading, so a subheading, which can be heading 2, 3 or 4. So let's have a look. So we've got ceramic sculptor, and if we add in artist, there we go. There's our keyword again as a subheading. Now what you want to do is, if you can, add it to a few more headings on the page. As long as it's still readable and it still makes sense, you're fine to do that. Just don't kind of go overboard and overkill it with the same heading all over the place. So just make sure you maybe have 3, 4 headings where you can on the page with that particular keyword. Step 3 is content. So we need to make sure that the keyword is also visible in the content across our page. Now what I mean by content is any sort of paragraphs or small sentences across your site where we can add this particular keyword. And again, don't overdo it, don't add it all over the place. Try and pick out a few different sentences or paragraphs and get your keyword in there. Step 4 are meta descriptions. Now these are really important for search engines. They're basically telling search engines what a page is actually about. Now if you don't know what they are, just think of whenever you're Googling for a product or a service and it's the title that appears and the description underneath. So that's what we need to do. We need to make sure our keywords are in these page descriptions. So let me show you how you do that. So we're going to go to our specific page and we click on the cog icon and we'll see a menu on the left, and we're looking for SEO. And here you'll see the title area and the description area. So these are really important. This is what's going to tell search engines exactly what your page is about. So for example, ceramic sculptor artist, and then description here, including your keyword ceramic sculptor artist. There we go, and so on. I can't spell, I'm very sorry. I can, just not today. Okay, so that's where your meta title and description is. And just to note, make sure that it's only 160 characters. We don't want to overload it with too much waffle, and you don't want to ram it full of the same keyword either. So make sure it's really descriptive and, importantly, that it makes sense. Step 5 are image alt tags. Now, if you don't know what these are, they're basically a description for all of your images. Now, first and foremost, they are actually for people, especially people who are visually impaired. If you land on a website and the images don't load properly, you'll see the description of the image appear. So it's really important to be as descriptive as possible. Don't cram in loads of keywords all over your image descriptions. Google won't really particularly like that, and it won't understand what the image is. So whilst they are really good for SEO, they are for people first. So this is how we add image alt tags. So on the website, we'll go to an image and we'll just click the pencil icon. And you'll see there's some different settings here, and we have image alt text just here below the link. And we've also got file name, so it's always wise to name your file and add in a keyword there if you can. So we want to name this very descriptive, so let's try Einstein is a UK sculptor artist working in his art studio. So we've got the keyword in there, and we've also got more of a description for this image. So you can see how I've actually explained what the image is, as well as adding some keywords in that description. So that's image alt tags. It's really easy to do. Just be mindful and remember to be as descriptive as you can and make sure it's relevant to the specific image that you're using. Step 6 is your site SEO appearance. This is basically your homepage's SEO, and that is actually found in a different place. And it's the same as before, just like the meta descriptions and the meta title, only this is the description for your main homepage. So let me show you where that is. For the SEO appearance, you want to go into marketing, and then you'll see the word SEO appearance in the menu here on the left. So we go ahead and click that. And then we have this area here, which is our main website heading and description. So this is where you edit it. Now you usually see these little icons, which basically mean it's stating the website title. And you have an example there if you just click on the question mark. But you can essentially type in anything you like really in here. And in the site description there. So make sure that the particular keyword you're trying to rank for on your homepage is within this description, and possibly in the title as well if you can. So this is an example of one of my free templates, and I've added a description of free Squarespace template, free custom made Squarespace template. So you kind of get the idea, and that would be the top ranking keyword that I want on my homepage. Okay. Another tiny little tip, I like to add in this little separator on my site headings. Without it, it kind of just pulls in a little dash like that, which in my opinion just looks a bit rubbish. So I like to just put a little divider in there, but that's up to you. You can also hover over to pages, and again, that there will have your title and the title of the page automatically, so you don't need to do anything. So remember before when I mentioned about the meta descriptions on your pages, this is how they will appear. This is the format they will appear. So if you don't like that horrible dash like me, you can just swap it out for a nice divider. Exactly the same for items and shop products and so on. You also need to be mindful of URL links. Now these are the page links. So for example, yourdomain.com/URL link. You get the picture. So these need to have your keyword in the URL description as well. So you've added your keywords into your headings, your subheadings, your content, possibly your alt tags, your page descriptions, and now you need to make sure the URL matches. So quick example would be this. So let's just use the about page as the example. So I'm going to hit the cog icon again. And in the general settings, you'll see the page title, the navigation title, and the URL slug. So this is where you want to add in your keyword. this is what will appear after your domain name for a particular page. So make sure your keyword is within that URL if possible, and try and make it around 3 to 4 words. So about ceramic artist and Stice. So you can see what I mean there, and just put a dash in between each word, and this will be your URL slug. So then that matches your high ranking keyword that you're looking for on that particular page, including your headings and your content, etc. So that's the URL. Step 7, Google Search Console. Really, really important. Once you get your website live, you must upload your sitemap to Google Search Console and Bing as well if you want to use Bing. Now, essentially, what this does is it tells Google that your website exists. So it's a must-have. Basically, it's really easy to do. You just set up an account on Google Search Console, you add your site map, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's exactly the same no matter what type of Squarespace site you have. It's the exact same URL basically. And then what you're going to want to do is continually update your Google Search Console. So any new page updates, any new blogs you do, anything like that, you need to tell Google to index it, and you can do that individually by pasting in the URL of that specific page, whether you've changed just some wording on there or changed the imagery or just completely revamped the page or the website. Google and Bing need to know about it. So as I said, basically here is the section for site maps, you'll see there on the left, and it's basically your domain name, and it's always /sitemap.xml. So your domain /sitemap.xml, and then you simply hit submit, and Google's going to index your website. It's going to have a look through all your pages, and it's going to show up on your submitted sitemaps down here. And it's dead simple. And as I mentioned before about when you add in a new page or you're changing a page, you can go to anywhere on Google Search Console and you'll have this bar at the top. So what you want to do is paste in that URL of the page you've updated, hit enter, and tell Google to index it. And keep on top of this, because it's going to make sure that your website is constantly updated. And you do exactly the same on Bing if you want to use that. It's exactly the same process. So definitely a must do. Google Search Console. I have one more bonus tip for you. A plugin I've been using recently called SEO Space. It's very much like Yoast for WordPress, but in my opinion, much better. So what is it? Basically, it's a Chrome plugin that you install on your website, and you enter a keyword on a particular page, and this plugin is going to tell you everything you need to do to fully optimize the page for that keyword. It's a great tool and I highly recommend. Here's a quick look at it if you want to see what it looks like. So this is what the plugin looks like. You'll see a little tag here on the bottom right of your website, and you just hit that and you'll see a drop down appear. And once you put in a keyword into this, it will actually tell you all the things you need to do to get that page ranking for that particular keyword. So any issues with images, headings or links, meta descriptions, it's going to give you everything you need to optimize your website for Google and other search engines. So I highly recommend, and see how you get on. So there's my 7 easy SEO tips for Squarespace. I really hope this helps you out, and I hope you enjoy learning more about SEO. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel or check out my website for more Squarespace tips. Thanks for watching. Bye.